Alright guys, so in the last video you saw us finalize a lot of the temporary things. So we added our charge pipe here, made one out of metal. We added our exhaust. And now what we need to do is finalize a couple things so we can get to driving it like a chain and a bigger sprocket.
Alright, out with the old. And I think actually the way I looked at it is if we have all these, we gotta pull the keyway out of here. It's pretty nice though. Definitely an advantage to having a jack shaft on a mini bike is that there's nothing to gearing changes. Slap her on. And then of course we just have a bunch of washers and this little round guy we cut just so it looks a little bit better. And now we'll get this started back on, run our chain, and then we'll do a little test with this jacked up and see if we don't kick our chain, but I think we should be good. This should add some serious torque because if you remember the first time we drove it, we did have some issues with that. If you haven't seen that video, we'll link it up here right now. It's a good one. Yes. Oh, this is gonna work. Okay, ready? Yeah. Okay. So we're getting our chain on. Nothing like some gold 420 chain from Go Power Sports. So we'll slap this in, we'll pull the motor forward and get her tight, and we'll be able to run her and see how it drives under power. So we got our sprocket on and our chain, everything's ready to go. We're here at our driving location, and I don't know, we gotta kind of talk a little bit because I do want to make some guesses as to what's gonna break, what's gonna survive. So Joe, what do you think's gonna make it through this thing? Do you think she's gonna be all right?
I think it'll be all right. The only thing I'm concerned about is just mainly just having leaks, vacuum leaks, and not being able to push boost through there.
Yeah, I think personally, I actually think it's gonna do okay. We're gonna be kind of struggling if it actually pushes a lot of boost and the mixture stays good, because if it kind of breaks up and gets too rich or too lean, it's not like it's gonna be like overstrained, you know what I mean? But if we're like actually have a really close to good mixture, it's gonna be a couple of things. It's gonna be hard to tell if it's right because it's gonna be kind of right on that threshold, and it's gonna be revving up and under a lot more power and boost. But so part of me wants that to happen, and part of me is okay with it not being at peak performance, but let's just start this thing up and try it out. And I didn't ask you, Jason, you think she's gonna make it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just think it might blow up, but I think it won't. I think we'll be okay. I think if we like really rev it out, yeah, we might get some problems, but yeah. We don't have a governor, so we'll just have to be a little careful about, you know, our RPM we're reaching.
Cool, let's let her rip.
Okay, let's see.
Turn the fuel on and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Oil's on, right?
Yes. Getting close.
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to warm up.
All right, cool. Let's put her on the ground.
Yeah. The gearing is a lot lower.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can tell, but the tire is not spinning that fast.
So we might have a kind of low top speed actually.
Yeah.
Well, but then we can be in boost more though.
Yeah.
So we might be okay.
We could change it. I mean, we'll see. But there's an option to change it back.
Yeah. I think it's.
Jason, this is a door. Okay.
Yep.
It goes nothing.
Alright, cross your fingers, boys. Bro! Oh, the clutch is making noise. Listen to that spool. So it looks like it's worst case scenario for what I was saying. She seems to be running pretty good. Impending doom on the way. Turn the idle up a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, let me turn it up.
What do you think?
Wow.
Man?
The
So
turbo's
first of
so
all,
loud.
What?
The turbo's loud.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I can definitely hear it. We need to re-regear it.
Really?
It has like too much torque and it hits our, like, I think it actually has a decent bit more power. Like you can kind of tell.
Sick.
And then it does wheelies. So I kind of don't like that in this setup because like, you can't even put your foot on right.
Yeah.
You can't like launch it and then put your foot up. You have to
Well,
like,
you're in
be
a
ready.
boot too, bro.
Do have the boot, but no, honestly, it's super drivable, really stable.
I saw smoke, and I think did it break up under power?
No, like
Really?
I think we put it back to its old gear and like it's literally perfect.
Nah, well,
Perfect.
all right.
Yeah, let's drive it more.
First full. Dude, it's fast. It's fast, bro. Brake torque. Dude, it smokes off throttle too. It's running good. Brakes are touchy, it seems like. Oh, because there's so much torque now, bro.
Yeah.
Brakes are touchy now?
Yeah, because of that rear gear, they're way more touchy. I think we go like in the middle.
Yeah.
It feels good, yeah.
It runs well.
Like versus like the first run, like I mean, I accidentally wheelied it, and then now it's like less responsive on start. So it feels like kind of like it might have an intake leak.
Interesting.
But I'm not sure. I mean, we'll have to figure that out. We do need to like kind of do a little more work on our carb mounting to make sure it
It's more
seals
flush.
better.
Yeah.
But you know, we're on a time crunch. We gotta go back to school. So
Sounds amazing, man.
yeah,
It is beautiful.
it's boosty.
That's for sure.
Yep.
Wow.
Man, this thing is cool. It's very touchy on the brakes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does kind of hit the rev range pretty fast. It's got a ton of torque. It just kind of lurches. So it's a little weird to drive, but you can tell it's got a lot of power and it's really fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you weren't hauling, but even just listening to it, it's so cool.
It sounds fast.
Yeah.
It sounds fast.
Okay, it's Daniel's turn.
Okay, so that was so fun. It's just such an experience because you're sitting here, the turbo's in front of you, so you hear all the turbo noise, and then the exhaust, obviously it's behind you, so when you get off throttle, it's kind of brapping and stuff, but it's fun. It's kind of scary, honestly, because you kind of know what you're driving and stuff, but it's also like, I mean, all in, we're probably not over like $1,000 in this thing anyway, so it's not too big, you know, we're chilling.
Bro.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. This thing, yeah, it really like outdid our expectations.
It's amazing.
I mean, yes, we do. It does kind of reach red line a little too fast. We might have an intake leak or something, maybe a boost leak. But yeah, it actually really did super well. It didn't blow up. We're all in one piece. So thank you for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for our next videos on this thing. I mean, obviously we couldn't really, you know, get it to high speeds or corner fast here. It's just like not the place. But we'll definitely take it somewhere more interesting. We might go a little more off-road. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you, Go Power Sports. We have a lot of parts on this build from Go Power Sports. And see you next time.
Hit some moves, Joe.
Oh.